Let me tell you something, TikTok. I'm gonna tell you when I first got baptized. So when we got baptized, we went to a beach, a lighthouse. So when I was in the water, and when the pastor dumped you underneath the water, he give you about 10 seconds while he do his preaching. But when he dumped me, my feet went up in the air. Didn't know it was a snapper turtle in that motherfucker. That shit bit my toe. I was going crazy. I was screaming underneath the water, but he didn't know. So I started punching the pastor in the face so he could at least let me go, right? So as I got out of the water, I'm like, oh, I'm screaming and hollering. My toe was in pain. So while I was going back down in the water, I overheard the pastor say, oh, hell no. He got me fucked up. And he punched me in the back of the head, right? But my brother seen it, who been saved longer than me. He said, oh, hell no. So they run in the water. The pastor get in the karate stand. And my brother say, bro, we from the east side. So the pastor said, fuck you. I'm from the north side. I didn't know how thug my mom was. The first lady tried to run into the water, so my mother ran up behind her, put her in a headlock, pulled out a pocket knife, and she said, Trick, don't even try. So while they arguing, I finally got out the water with a snapper turtle on my goddamn feet, right? So my mother seen I had a snapper turtle on my mom, oh, my baby. So she had to cut the snapper turtle head off to get it off. But all shit already broke loose. The cops came and the pastor snitched. He was snitching on my brother. You see him? He stole cars. He stole purse and everything else. So my brother said, oh, but you ain't tell the first woman that you and Miss Betty been doing long hours at the church. I see Miss Betty coming out, her wig is crooked and everything else. It's kind of funny when they cussing each other out in Bible verses. Right? So they going back and forth arguing. But I got a brother named Junebug. We had to pray for Junebug. Because Junebug say, you ever had somebody who say some suspect shit? My brother always saying some suspect shit. My brother gonna say, oh, hell with all that. Oh, hell with all that. Pastor, if it wasn't for these cops being here, we were gonna park the Red Sea in your ass. We just stopped, looked at him. Stay on the base and stay on whooping ass. We ain't parking old damn Red Seas and we ain't parking in nobody ass. Make a long story short, they all went to jail. Now we banned from the church. Ain't that some bullshit? That's some bullshit.